But hey, we're back, so we're going to dive into a little bit of what we started a while ago, Derek and I, when we created Dr. Phil. And we're going to go through the worlds of the Forgotten Realms as Dr. Phil to see if he can survive longer than Clifford the Big Red Dog survived in Call of Cthulhu. What do we think? Do you reckon he's got better odds than Clifford?
Yes. I reckon he does. I reckon so. I reckon he can con his way out of any situation.
Yep.
I reckon that's what we focus on too, like avoid combat if we can, but just persuading people not to fight us.
Giving unsolicited therapy to monsters and NPCs.
Yes.
Make them walk away thinking, I gotta rethink my life.
That's it. So how are we going to do this? So we're going to take Dr. Phil through some solo adventures. So there's obviously more than one of us here, so we're going to play this all together. And we'll see how we go. And perhaps these guys will read some of the voices and someone will have to obviously take on the role of Dr. Phil. But let's come over to here. That's a picture of Dr. Phil. It's not what I wanted to show. Cool, here it is.
It's just some research.
Yeah, that's it. So this is what we're going to be playing, the Death Knight Squire. I got this off of the Dungeon Masters Guild. I should have checked what the person's name was who made this piece, but decisions.
If you scroll down one page.
This is Roll20 though. This isn't. There's no other page to scroll to. Yeah, right. But hey, we'll probably find it out soon. But yeah, we're going to take Dr. Phil through this solo adventure. It's like a fully fledged thing. There's combat, there's maps, there's all kinds of stuff here to play out. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I reckon we just get into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's made by Paul Bimler.
What's that?
Paul Bimler.
That's the person who made it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, so there's like a whole book here. This is the actual book part. And I reckon we just start going through. So there's a fair bit of stuff in here. I've read through this stuff already. So let's just start at this backstory section here.
Look at that ninja guy. What's up with that?
Where's the ninja guy?
Go back up.
Oh, that guy. He's
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on there?
Dr. Phil's got to look like that by the end of the campaign. All right, let's do this. Backstory. It is the year 1349. Doctor. What does DR mean? I've already run into an issue. What's DR?
DR, yeah, in DD.
Dude Ranch.
Depending realm.
Dale Reckoning.
Dale Reckoning. Okay. It is the year 1349 Dale Reckoning, in the month of deep winter. You have been on the road for nearly 2 months now, and snow hangs thick on the trees as you make your way towards the town of Albar, at the foot of the Grey Peak Mountains. The Grey Peaks are known throughout Faerun for their silver and iron mines, but it's a different type of metal that brought you here. Gold. While you were in Neverwinter, you overheard rumours of a large hoard of treasure within an abandoned goblin keep. Even tavern rumours proved to be fruitful sometimes, and having been without a purpose for some months, you departed immediately for the Grey Vale. When you reach Albar, the air is brisk and the town is busy. Carts carry all manner of goods, timber, wood bales, grain, and animals from the surrounding country. Some of these goods would be bound for Waterdeep or Neverwinter, others for the nearby city of Loudwater. Hungry and thirsty after many days on the road, you enter the first tavern you see, the Woodsman's Retreat, and satisfy your cravings. Bread, cheese, and a hot mulled wine do the trick nicely. You then inquire from the barkeep about accommodation. Your bones ache, and rest is essential. The mountains can wait 1 or 2 days while you rest and replenish your supplies in town. The barkeep tells you that a very respectable inn, the Silver Flask, is just nearby. Toting your backpack, you walk down the street to the Silver Flask and pay for a room. The innkeep is a jolly woman who's glad to have your business, and she lights a cozy fire in your room. You bathe, then lie down to rest and soon fall into a deep sleep. It's been a while since your travel-hardened self has had clean sheets and a roof overhead. You're woken later that night by a noise from the next room. You can hear a woman openly sobbing on the other side of the wall. The sound is gut-wrenching. Every now and then a male voice says something, as if trying to comfort her. You tolerate this for a while, but eventually it becomes evident that sleep is going to be impossible, and you walk out into the hallway and knock on the door to the room next to yours. An elderly man answers. He's dressed finely, like a member of the aristocracy, but sports a nasty black eye and a gash across his cheek. In the background, a woman, also richly dressed, sits on a chair by the fire, her face buried in her hands. All right, who wants to be the elderly gentleman?
I'll be the
Jacob.
Jacob.
Sure.
Yes, what is it?
The elderly gentleman asks directly. You straighten yourself up, peering into the room. Okay, Derek, you can be Dr. Phil.
Oh, God. I was wondering what all the noise was about.
You say, although now you don't feel quite so annoyed.
I could hear the crying from the next door, and I was wondering.
You say gruffly, not used to dealing with aristocrats.
Oh, that's me. If it's anything I can help you with.
Perhaps.
Keep going.
Oh, that's awesome. Perhaps then we can all get some rest.
At this, the woman looks up and sees you. Very apt that Dr. Phil would just insert himself into this personal
right?
problem, by the way.
Knock on
It's
the door.
really appropriate. You probably look a fright after all those weeks on the road. Ungroomed hair disheveled, travel-worn clothes. That moustache is just wild right now. But you've had a bath, so you at least don't smell bad. However, your type has an air about them. You've seen a fight or two and know how to handle yourself in most situations. You're what's known in these parts as the adventuring type. Such types generally know how to get things done, things that others might shy away from him. I'll be the woman. Show our guest in, Elric, the woman says weakly, drying her tears with a silk handkerchief. You're shown to a chair. For some reason, this old couple who introduce themselves as Lord and Lady Brumont welcome your presence, if only as a distraction from the grief they seem consumed by. Okay, so she's upset. We arrived here last night, you see, Lady Brumont begins. Elric is so busy these days, so we thought we would bring ourselves out to Allbar for a little holiday. Our son, he's so fond of the mountains, loves all the stories. Well, he's our grandson, really, the son of our daughter who died some years ago. He is all we have left of her. We call him our son. Lady Brumont begins sobbing once more. Elric Brumont picks up the thread.
Long story short, my friend, we were accosted on the highway. We were passing along a lonely stretch of road when he appeared from nowhere. A knight, a towering brute of a man, all clad in armor.
Lord Elric points to his face.
Did this to me, knocked me out cold. Then he grabbed our boy, threw him on a horse, and bolted without a word.
You say, mulling over this information.
Did he seem familiar this night?
Elric shakes his head.
I know what you're thinking. Wealthy aristocrat on holiday from Loudwater. Someone must have known we were coming out here and seized the opportunity. It's true. I am what you would call a public figure. It is well known in Loudwater, at least, that I am a wealthy man. But no, this night was something else. We didn't see his face. It was hidden by a great metal visor. A towering warrior. He was a hulk of a man.
Lady Brumont speaks again. And he has kidnapped our poor little Derek.
I've been kidnapped and abducted.
It says Derek, to be fair, but we're gonna say Derek.
It's Derek.
Kidnapped our poor little Derek.
Canonically Derek.
I can picture his mutton chop combination moustache right now. In terror. Abducted him. Just ripped him out of our grasp.
Have we mentioned our grandson is 34?
He's got beautiful tattoos. Incompetent fools. Over to you, Derek.
What did you do then?
You ask. We came straight to Olmar, Lady Brumont says. We went to the captain of the guard, but he...
A thoroughly incompetent fool,
Lord Brumont growls.
Said this knight was a ghost, that he's chosen Derek as his squire, and that there was nothing we could do about it. Said Derek wasn't the first, called him the Death Knight. You can imagine what a comfort it was to us.
They say the knight lives in the wood nearby, Lady Brumont says airily, as if in a waking dream. Weathercote Wood, isn't it, dear? The old man grits his teeth, staring into the fire, and punches his palm.
Ghost my ass.
He snarls through gritted teeth.
That knight looked real enough to me. He's a lunatic. Nothing more, a lunatic who kidnaps young boys. And when I find the blackguard, by the gods he'll pay.
You can't help thinking that Lord Brumont is a bit out of his depth here. You don't doubt his resolve, but he looks as though his days of conquest are well behind him. You feel for this poor old couple. While not usually associating with the wealthy, you do know that you have something to offer them, and you're never one to shy away from a good adventure, especially when the chance of a reward is on the table.
Oh, it's me now. Right. Yeah. Do a Dr. Phil quote now, I reckon. In life, you have 3 options with any situation that is a challenge. Remove yourself from the situation, change it, or accept it. I can find you a boy.
So you're saying you will change the situation, or we must accept that he's gone forever?
I will change it, and I will find the boy. I'll bring him back.
Oh, how many sides would I have if I made a flat pancake, I wonder?
2 sides.
Oh, I see.
Because you can't put feathers on a dog and call it a chicken.
That's true. I've heard that before. I've tried a few times. Didn't work. The woman looks up, and new hope begins to shine from her eyes. Oh, gods, she says, her voice quavering. We'll give you anything, anything. The old man is a little more practical.
If I was a few decades younger, I'd be out there myself. I saw action in the Battle of Tanglefork, when we freed the Vale from Renshaw rule.
You nod appreciatively. That battle happened about 30 years ago and was said to be fierce. You're not surprised. Elric Brumont definitely carries himself like an old veteran.
I can't put my sword forward anymore, but I can offer you gold, my friend. 2,000 pieces of it, to be exact.
Yes.
Yes!
I will take it.
I accept. I'll find this young boy. Just keep doing Hank Hill.
Bobby.
The adventure begins. At dawn the next day, following the few scraps of information you have, you saddle your horse and ride to the outskirts of town. The townsfolk pay you little mind as you go, casting you the occasional glance. The journey to Weathercote Woods lies due east, but is no short ride. The captain of the guard tells you that the Death Knight has always been seen in a small patch of wood that juts out from the western side of Weathercote, like a wart on a giant's nose. By midday, you reach a sign which tells you you have another 15 miles to go. You should make it there by nightfall. Not far past the sign is a small inn and a tavern. An old man sits on a chair in the afternoon sun and raises a tankard of ale as you pass. Here we go. Who wants to be this old man? Derek, you want to be the old man too?
Last drink for many miles.
The old man calls to you.
Come, sit, I'll buy you an ale.
Hint, hover over the choices and click to navigate to your selection. Ooh, here we go. Do you accept the old man's invitation? If so, go to entry Brewski. If you're mindful of the time and choose to ride on, go to entry Keep Going. Do you reckon Dr. Phil stops for a little drink?
I reckon Dr. Phil will be down for a little brewski.
Yeah?
Dr. Phil's going for a brewski.
All right, let's click the thing. Brewski. You tie your horse up to the tavern's porch and join the old man, who directs a young boy to bring you a frothing tankard of ale. The boy also brings a bowl of stew for you to eat.
What brings you this way?
The old man asks eventually. Do you tell him of your quest? If so, go to entry quest convo. If you choose to simply replenish yourself and be on your way, go to entry replenish. Tell me the quest. We'll see.
Let's turn the quest to see if he gives us more info. Let's go.
All right.
Why not?
Quest convo.
You find yourself. Okay, so he's like, well, you see, there's a ghost man. He done took a kid. I done come out here, see if I find that dang old kid, you know? Now I'm becoming Boomhauer. Find a dang old kid. No, you dang on got lost by the ghost man, find a kid. You find yourself telling the old man all about your quest to find the mysterious knight and return Derek Brumont to his grandparents. God, that really makes me laugh every time. The old man nods solemnly.
The Death Knight.
He says quietly and leans forward in his chair.
Local legend. They say,
What? You ask.
it's no legend.
Oh, sorry, I gotta say more. He straightens up, looking you straight in the eye.
It's no legend.
He says firmly.
I was a boy when they hung him from the red tree of the Weathercote Woods.
You don't say. When I was a boy, we played stickball. The old man goes on to tell you the story. The man who would become the Death Knight was once a good man, who came from a village in the far south. After his wife died from the pox, he left his village, taking his only son with him as his squire. Eager to teach him the ways of the righteous warrior, but a large band of brigands ambushed them on the road, shot the knight with a poisoned dart, and kidnapped his son. They left a note pinned in the ground with a dagger, demanding the knight plunder the treasury in Albar and deliver the gold to them. The knight did so, almost dying in the process. But the town guard pursued him from town. When the kidnappers saw the knight coming with the authorities close behind, they killed the poor boy and fled. Upon finding his son's body, the knight swore vengeance on the bandits and vowed to pursue them unto the ends of the world. Unwilling to be taken by the town guard, the knight drew his weapon to resist the arrest. The ensuing fight was bloody, but the knight slew all who came against him. When the fight was over, the knight pursued the bandits deeper into the wood, but lost their tracks in the undergrowth. His rage deepened until the bloodlust and madness possessed him entirely. Driven insane at the thoughts of his son's killers escaping unpunished, none would cross his path and live until the bandits had been brought to justice at the tip of his blade. Eventually, more soldiers had to come from Loudwater to capture the insane knight.
When they finally did,
The old man concludes.
they hung him in the Weathercote Woods from the red tree.
The old man looks down.
Can't read what I'm looking down. But his unfulfilled quest to find his son's killer brought him back as undead.
Still you.
The Death Knight, they call him now. And since then, every few years or so, a boy will go missing. He's looking for a squire, someone to help him on his quest. My voice is changing.
You take a moment to digest all this information and drink from your tankard. After a while, you thank the old man for the company and the information and are on your way. Go to entry, keep going. But yes, Vex, we agree. Dr. Phil is very much synonymous with brewskis. All right, keep going. It is late when you finally reach Weathercote Wood, some 55 miles east of Albar. There, on the wood's edge, you camp and let your horse run free. You won't be needing him for a while. Weathercote Wood is thick, the foliage dense, towering walls of green, and in there, somewhere, if the information you have is to be trusted, is the boy, Derek Brumont. You settle down in your bedroll. The embers of your fire keeping you warm until the night. After a full day's riding, it doesn't take long for you to fall into a deep slumber, the sound of a nearby river lulling you to sleep. You wake just before dawn, fully rested, but a noise instantly puts you on guard. From somewhere nearby comes a wet, slavering sound. Quietly, you pick up your weapon and move forward stealthily. When you are some 100 or so feet away, whatever is lurking catches your scent, and you hear it running quickly away. Only dim starlight shows any detail, and all you can see is a darkened shape moving through the night towards the wood. Do you have a ranged weapon? If so, and you wish to attack using it, go to entry shoot after. If not, go to entry dead Nelly.
Okay. Now, do we think Dr. Phil would have a ranged weapon? That's the question.
Oh, we can just look at it. We can just look at his character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
I think he's only ranged weapons will be his words.
Yeah, I don't remember giving him an arranged weapon. He's a paladin, by the way, Jacob.
Yeah, I believe it.
He has a +1 hammer. No ranged weapons.
All right, dead Nelly it is.
The man doesn't carry what he doesn't need. Dr. Phil, stealth archer. Makes perfect sense. All right, what is it? Dead Nelly.
Yeah.
You walk forward to where the beast had been before, making all that noise that woke you up. There, twitching in its death throes, is the horse you rode from Albar. Gritting your teeth in anger, you take out your weapon and quickly put the poor beast out of its misery. Oh my god, we just took out a hammer and crushed the horse's head. What would Dr. Phil say before he does that, Derek?
Oh, he would say, where's the Dr. Phil quote?
Sometimes when you make an omelet, you gotta break a few heads. Crush.
Horses.
If you want more, you have to require more from yourself.
Kaboom. The first rays of dawn begin to creep into the sky. With a sigh of resignation, you wipe the horse's blood from your weapon and begin the trek towards the wood's edge. The morning is peaceful, in contrast to the savagery you have just witnessed, and a chorus of birds greet the dawn with calls that echo off the low hills of the surrounding landscape. As you near Weathercote Wood and can see down the single path that leads into its depths, you see that little light seems to penetrate in through the canopy. Night still hides beneath the mossy boughs and dark green vines that thread the ancient trees together. You step onto the path and enter Weathercote Wood. Who knows what fate awaits you within these shadowed depths? Go to tile page 1, maps booklet, and then click this link to go to the entry. Oh no, I didn't think we would get up to maps in the first section. I didn't prepare.
You need to have both open.
Yeah, it's not
okay,
good.
Hang on.
Okay, let's get the maps booklet. Maps booklet, alright. Go to tile page 1. Hopefully we can do this just without with the booklet, and I don't have to actually set it up. Oh my god!
I can read the options out, and then you can do the maps.
I mean, like, yeah, that'd be good. Just so I hope I don't need to actually set it up in Roll20. All right.
That'll be fine.
And then click this link to go to the entry. Tile page 1. Move your token onto a bottom grid square of the tile page, and place your token on a square adjacent to the tile you've just come from. God. Alright. You move ahead, deeper into the wood, and it almost seems as if the trees themselves are watching your progress. Indeed, as you go on, you really do get the feeling you're being watched. Alright. Options. You can move with stealth. Make a stealth check, DC 12. If you succeed, you may add 10 points to any D100 chance rolls you make while on this tile page. You can check for traps, unless returning here. Roll perception, DC 12. If successful, go to check success. If you fail, go to trap fail. When you're ready, move your token through the map in the direction you desire. When you reach a square adjoining the green translucent dot, go to quiet entry. When you have finished all encounters, you may move to the edge of the map and onto adjoining tile page, either 2, 3, or 5. Wow, this seems kind of complicated. More so than I realized. I didn't think we would go so quickly into this. I thought there'd be a bit of talking to people and investigating for a while before we went full into exploration. Okay.
I like the Call of Cthulhu one.
Yeah. So I guess we're down here, basically. You can't see the cursor either.
We're down at the bottom.
Where are we? A second. Screen capture. Properties. Alright. There we go. So we're down here, right? And we got to get up here, I guess, is what
No, other way around. We're down there. We're in the move your token onto a bottom grid square of the tile page.
Yes, there.
So
One of the
down,
bottom ones. Yeah.
yeah, down here. Yeah, I can't move a token onto the
Yeah.
onto the PDF. But anyway, so we're down here. We want to get up the top, or we want to go out one of these ways, basically. And every time we move a square, we can. So, but yeah, it says here basically based on this. Look, let's not really. If there's some whatever this means about the add 10 points to the D100.
Yeah.
So we can either move with stealth here to make a check to add 10 points to chance rolls that we make while on this page, which we may learn more about. Actually, yeah, maybe as we click these things, it'll be like make a chance roll maybe that's when it'll come into play. Or we can make this perception check here looks like try and figure out if there's traps. What do you guys want to do?
Do we reckon?
Stealth check, perception check.
Oh, is Dr. Phil stealthy? I don't feel like Dr. Phil's stealthy.
He's a paladin, so
Yeah,
I think
he'd be
we even
traipsing
have him
through.
in some heavy armor.
All right.
Maybe definitely going for a perception
That's
check.
perception then.
Is perception this thing?
Yeah.
DC 12.
All right, perception. Ooh, character sheets. Look at this. It's D&D over here. This is exciting. Get back to this soon. Where is it? Perception. He's got a 0.
Hell yeah.
He rolls a 19.
Yeah. All right. That beats a 12.
That does.
Successful, go to check success.
You search carefully around, but see nothing to indicate any traps are set here. Return to tile page 1 and continue from the last direction you read.
Cool.
So,
So I assume that's all we do. And I think if we go to...
let's just go to this quiet entry one now. Let's just assume we got to the green dot.
Sure.
Why not? You pause for a second, thinking you heard something. But no, it was just some bird flapping off out of cover. You watch it rise into the canopy and then look around to the 3 paths that lead off from here. Return to tile page 1. Okay, cool. So
And choose which map to join to.
now,
Okay,
where
yeah.
do we want to go? Do we want to go up, left, or right?
I reckon we go to number 3.
3.
'Cause why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
No.
not?
Yeah, 3.
Let's go left.
Yeah.
Top page 3. What are
3.
Oh.
Tile page 3. Okay, so now here, also tile page 3. The track leads you deeper into the wood, and the light fades. Ancient trees line each side of the path. Did you say, Jacob, you wanted to read this? Maybe you
Sure.
read it, and then we'll just keep it here, so we're not having
Yeah.
me read everything.
Yeah. Ancient trees line each side of the path. You can't help but think this wood is an excellent place to hide out. Then, ahead, you see something strange. It appears to be a low stone building at the corner of the track where it turns north. Tucked in amongst the trees, it is made solidly of grey stone, fronted by 2 large stone double doors. You move warily forward. So, we can move with stealth, check for traps. To investigate the low stone building, go to the stone doors entry. If we'd rather just keep going, then your character continues around the bend and north.
Sure. Let's look at this building, right?
I vote yeah.
Stone doors?
Do we trap check first?
Dude,
Nah.
feels like Dr. Phil's not going to be like stopping every few seconds to check for traps.
Nah.
It's just going
Dr.
to be
Phil's.
clumping along through the
Yeah.
woods. Like, what a lovely afternoon it is in these beautiful woods. This is God's green earth. This is amazing. That type of thing. Cool.
Stone doors.
Let's go to the doors.
Jim Morrison. Look. The doors.
The doors. Yeah.
You walk up to the building, watching your periphery. It is a low, rounded building, fronted by large stone double doors, which look heavy but could probably be moved by a good pull or push. A metal ring sits halfway up the inner edge of the right-hand door, surrounded by ornate designs. You look closer. It is a mosaic of a sun design. You can make a history check. Or we can check for traps again. Or you could try pulling on the door. Or we could just leave and just go.
What's is it a strength check to pull on the door?
No, that's just
it's just-
open stone door.
Okay.
If we want to make a history check, we can do a DC 10 history check.
Yeah, right. Do you want to make a history check here?
Sure.
Have any
Let's,
history quotes?
All right. I'll roll the history for us over here.
My dad used to say, you wouldn't worry so much about what people thought about you if you knew how seldom they did.
It's true. 11 for history.
that's a success. All right. Well, then let's go here. Go to study design. A close study of the sun designs reveals the obvious. There are images of Amontor, some god that starts with A, the sun god, the most worshipped god in the realm. This is probably a temple of some sort. I will say that is really, really, really annoying that it does not link back to that page.
Doesn't it really? That's annoying.
It's like the only one. Anyway, number 3. There we go. Cool. No, not number 3. Stone doors. There it is. Cool. And then I mean, Phil's gonna open it. Yeah.
Just open stone door.
Phil
Yeah.
McGraw's gonna open that door.
Definitely.
All right. Open stone door. You grasp the metal ring and pull outwards. As you do this, you hear an audible click, and then a sound. Go to entry triggered. We didn't check for traps.
Oops.
Weird.
All right,
That
triggered.
really grinds my gears when people put doors on traps.
You hear it.
Traps on doors.
I was about to say, I love the implication that the trap was always there, but someone put a door on top of it.
Be a great place for a door, actually.
You hear a click and then a sound. 2 darts come flying towards you from cleverly concealed holes. Roll a d20 plus 8. If the result is higher than your AC, then we're hit.
Just a D20?
Plus 8.
Plus 8 dart. That's a
Yeah, this is hectic.
That is a 10. We rolled a 2. Jeez, we got lucky.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, so
Yeah,
then
we're
we
lucky.
go to dart.
dart
Yes.
miss.
The darts fly out at you at blinding speed, but your reflexes kick in and you dodge quickly out of the way. Well done. Go to enter passage or return to tile page 3 if you want to just leave and not do the thing that you've been trying to do for 3 turns.
Not enough.
Nah, you know what? Too far. Done.
We're going to enter the passage.
Cool. Let's do it.
Enter passage.
Yeah. You enter the quiet, cool passage and pad softly down the corridor. Soon you're at the top of a flight of stone stairs looking down. This is presuming you have a source of light or dark vision. If you do not have dark vision and do not have a source of light handy, then your character will know to turn around and leave this place.
Do we... We're Dragonborn. I forgot that.
Dragonborns don't have inherent dark vision, I don't think.
Yeah, I can't see. Divine smite. Can we smite the darkness?
Dragonborn dark.
Sense. No, it'd say dark vision in the features and traits part, and it doesn't say it. We got any spells that can give us some dark vision?
Oh, you got light? As a cantrip? Sure, yes.
We got thaumaturgy, word of radiance, thunderous smite, cure wounds, command, and wrathful smite. We were very smite heavy.
Combat.
We wanted to
Thaumaturgy.
smite people, okay? We just Dr. Phil, okay? He's good at smiting.
Okay. So effectively, it's telling us that we would turn back.
Hang on, let's see. Do we have a torch?
Surely you got an adventurer's bag or something.
Sure.
Explorer's pack.
Yeah, we got an
Explorer's pack
explorer's
would have
pack.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Explorer's pack would have torches in it, surely.
Okay, so we light
Explorer's pack.
up a torch out of the explorer's pack.
A tinderbox and 10 torches.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. Let's go.
I'll shed some light on this situation.
You quietly walk down the stairs, keeping an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. Could this be the place where Derek Brumont is being held? You hold your breath, fearful of making any sound to disturb the deathly still air. Slowly, you descend to the bottom of the stairs, where a medium-sized chamber lies. You look around for clues as to what this place is used for. As you become accustomed to the light, or rather the lack of it, you notice that at the far end of the chamber is a large idol, made out of bronze by the look of it. You know the god well. It is Amornator, the sun god, the god of law and justice, worshipped throughout Faerun. You also notice cushions lying about the place. It appears this room was once a monastery of some sort, used by devotees of Amornator for meditation. Although what it's doing so far out in the wilderness is anyone's guess. Are you a paladin or a cleric? If so, you could pray to Amornator for inspiration. Roll a d100. We are.
Oh, but we didn't get the 10.
If you score
Yeah,
50 or
still
above,
check.
award yourself 1 inspiration point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right,
Absolutely.
let's pray. We like praying.
Oh, interesting rules on this. You can use to award yourself advantage when making a saving throw or an attack roll. That's the only ones it specifies.
All right, let's go. D100, more than 50. What? Maybe we should do his prayer. What does he say?
Yeah, what's his prayer to a monitor?
Is that
He'd probably mispronounce the name. A morning, Ator. Good morning, a morning, Ator. It is I, Dr. Phil. I've come to seek your guidance. Share your secrets with me.
You don't need a rope to pinch a stranger's butt.
I found this dang old cave and I'm looking for Derek. He's lost.
All right, what's that? What is it? Let's go.
It's a 19.
Oh, damn. All right. We didn't get that.
No.
All right, to inspect the area around the altar, go to the entry to inspect altar. To have a general search around the room, go to explore room. What one are we doing? Altar or room?
I was reading that as expectolatar.
Expectalatar.
Inspectolatar.
It's like
Expectolatar.
it's a spell from Harry Potter. Expectalatar.
To explore the room?
I've always had a interest in altars, you see. I
Ooh.
wanted to go look at them, you see. I'm into preaching, you know what I mean? So I could get up behind an altar and make a few
Let's do it.
statements.
Let's do the altar. Why not? You walk up to the large bronze idol of a Amornator. It is exceptionally well made. It seems like it was just placed here yesterday. The metal gleams dully as you move around it. Then as you move behind the altar, you see something small lying on the ground. A holy symbol of a Amornator. It is on a long steel chain to be worn around the neck, and is in the image of a large, effulgent sun, with runes on the front. This perhaps belonged to a cleric, monk, or paladin. Take the item if you wish, placing it into your backpack. I reckon we take that. That's ours now. That's ours.
100%.
Do we explore the room? Or do
Just
we leave?
like I always say, finders keepers. Like, he just steals this freaking bejeweled amulet that he finds. The early bird gets the necklace, is what I always say, young lady.
Sometimes you make the right decision. Sometimes you make the decision right.
And sometimes you find a
Take the
necklace.
and take it.
You just take it.
All right. I reckon we explore the room before we leave the chamber. What do you
Yeah,
reckon?
definitely.
Yeah. We're here now. There are numerous nooks and alcoves around the side of this dusty room, many of them hidden in darkness. You search, mindful of traps, but also on the lookout for any items of interest. As you walk, small puffs of dust rise up, seemingly undisturbed for a long time. Years, maybe decades. Make an investigation check. If you score 1 to 10, go to entry not bad.
Not bad.
If you score 11 to 15, go to entry better. If you go to score 16 or above, go to entry really good.
An entry really good. All right, that's the best entry
Really
I get
good.
to. Got it really good. Cool. Let's make that check.
Do it.
What was it?
Investigation.
We got a 1 in investigation. That's a 17.
Oh, really good.
Yes.
Really good.
Alright.
Pretty good.
You check around the outside of the room, and in the middle too, turning over meditation cushions and searching through the small piles of books and scrolls that litter the floor. As you turn over one medium-sized pile, you see a small red covered book tumble out. There is no title on the cover or the spine. Opening it, you see that it consists of handwritten entries. They detail some of the history and topography of the forest. Your attention is drawn immediately to the mention of the Death Knight.
What is this? Is quoted from the book. The book is talking now.
Apparently.
Hung he was. Chill out, all right, book. Horny ass book, straight away. Hung he was in the year 3010 EC, also known as the Erect Chapter, from the great red tree in the middle of the wood. He was hung from the great red tree in the middle of the wood. After that, he became an abomination, a stain on mankind, one of the undead army. It is rumoured that a stake from the tree which he was hung from will finally put an end to his wretched half-life.
And another entry.
That book was gross. Is it the same book?
I think it's the same book.
There's a cave. No. There's a cave north of the. What is it? And what do you say?
A monitor. Yeah.
A Mornator. Feels like it's got an ator there, like alligator.
A monitor.
Dang old alligator is what it is.
Damn old amornitator.
A Mornitator. Look out for that Mornitator, will you? It's dangerous. There's a cave north of the Amornator temple that is said to hold the undead victims of the Death Knight. Under pain of death, the Death Knight kidnapped the son of a great cleric and made him bless the river that runs past the cave's mouth.
I think that's supposed to be past, but yes.
The book got a list past halfway through. It runs past the cave's mouth, turning it into holy water. Hence, those poor undead victims of the Death Knight are forever trapped within the cave. From now to eternity. Perhaps someday they will be freed, though the gods only know how. I keep end up doing lisp voices for some reason.
You muse over these words for some time, flicking absent-mindedly through the pages when a small roll of parchment falls out. It appears to be a copied spell. Printed at the bottom of the words, this scroll contains the spell Protection from Evil and Good. Add a spell scroll, Protection from Evil and Good, first level, to your inventory. The scroll also contains a description of the spell. Read the spell if you like. I think we already know what the spell does ourselves.
What is it again? The name
Protection from Evil and Good.
Protection from everything scroll.
of it? Protection, evil. What? Scroll.
Protection from. Yep.
What's going on here? Scroll of protection? Is that it?
No, I don't think it is. Hang on.
What's it called here? Spell scroll. Protection from evil, good, first level. Do we need to do we take, like, is it a first level spell scroll?
Yeah, just do it as a spell. Just search protection from evil and good.
Yeah.
From good evil, good and evil. Protection from good and evil. Anyway.
Beyond good and evil. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a game.
Was
No doubt that second one will ever come out.
Yeah, apparently it's in the works at the moment.
It's been in the works at the moment for
why don't more?
Yeah.
over a decade now. I reckon it'll never come out.
There it is. Protection from evil and good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Beyond Good and Evil 2 was first revealed in 2008.
Yeah. That thing's
Hell yeah.
that thing will never come out.
Tells you how good it's gonna be. That's what that does.
Yeah, just like all things that take an absurdly long time like that, they end up being really good most of the time.
Now, we're coming up on an ad break, Jack. Do you want to have an ad break while we fix
Yeah,
this
sure.
spell up and stuff?
Take a quick break. We'll be back in a few
Yeah.
minutes. Hey, it's us again. Hello. It's the three of us. First stream of the year. Keeping you company. You guys first week back at work, or you guys were back earlier?
I mean, I only had public holidays, so I was at work most of the time.
Grinding.
Yeah.
Hustle
Same
culture.
as Jacob. I closed the public holidays.
Nah. First week back at work for me, so got that back to work blues. So if
Yeah.
you're feeling that as well, we're taking Dr. Phil through an adventure in the Forgotten Realms. So let's get back to it.
All right.
Jacob.
Now, we already inspected the altar, so I assume we're going to leave the chamber now. I think that's all we've got to find here. So
Leave chamber.
you climb the stairs leading up from the chamber, back towards the dim light of Weathercote Wood. Soon you are back outside the great stone double doors that lead down to the underground temple. Return to tile page 3. Alright. I guess we're just going to keep going through now, hey? Or are we doing the encounter thing? When you reach a square adjoining the green marker, go to the entry round the twist.
Yeah, let's go around the twist.
Let's go round the twist. Have you ever felt like this? Alright, make a D100 roll. Add 10 to it if you made a successful stealth check earlier. We did not. If you score 1 to 20, go to Wanderers. If you score 21 to 40, go to Entry Rip. Okay, if you score 41 to 60, go to Entry Hanky. If you go to score 61 to 80, go to Entry Shrub. If you score 81 to 100, go to Entry Garb.
Ooh.
Hope we get hanky.
63.
That will be Shrub.
Shrub.
Shrub it is.
Shrub. As you make your way cautiously forward, you spy something just off the side of the path. A bush, laden with berries. You walk up to it and inspect the fruit closer, crushing one between your fingers and smelling it. Your heart lifts. You know these berries. Oh, you know these berries well. They are known as red stars and are renowned for their powers of sustenance. Quickly, you take out a pouch and gather a good amount. Add a pouch of red star berries to your inventory.
Ooh.
This small meal can be eaten at any time, and their healing properties will restore 5 HP to you. Pleased with this find, you turn down the path and continue on your way.
Alright, so we need to add a patch of red star berries.
Red star berries that will restore 5 HP.
Alright,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
so...
Oh, what? Is he level 2? Damn. Dr. Phil's been putting in that grind.
Yeah.
Ever since he got here, he's been.
Swinging that hammer. He's been killing horses. He doesn't care.
Don't need a pack of wild horses to learn how to make a sandwich.
I already know how. He pulls the hammer out. Alright. I just need one.
Alright, so we've done that, and now finished all encounters, you may move to the edge of the map and to an adjoining tile.
Either 1 or 4, so we can go.
Well, one's going backwards, or we go 4 and move onwards. I reckon we just go onwards. I reckon we just keep going.
How much health do we get, sorry, from the berries?
5 HP. I reckon we just keep going.
Yeah.
I don't reckon we backtrack. No backtracking for Dr. Phil.
It's just
gotta
like
move
I always
forward.
say, young lady. Ain't no backtracking for me. No joke there. Just words.
It's about Dr. Phil's
Some
shtick.
of his quotes are just, I'm not good at maths. That's all
Alright.
it is.
Next one. Top page 4. The woods become ever deeper, and the sound goes out of the air. There are no birds here, or something has frightened them into silence. It is hard even to tell what time of day it is, this deep in the forest. Across the path, you see a trail of boot prints leading from the right to the left. They lead back into the forest where it becomes very dense. However, there is no sign of the foliage being disturbed, even though the boot prints look relatively fresh. They could have been made as recently as last night. On the track ahead, you can see that this path eventually bends to the right, and on the corner, there appears to be an entrance to a cave. Alright, we've decided we're not doing stealth.
Sorry, what page are we on now?
Oh, tile page 4. Yeah.
4.
Yep. Okay. We can check for traps. We can move with stealth. When you're ready, move your token through the map in the direction you desire. To investigate the mossy log on the left, go to entry, mossy log.
I don't see that mossy log over there. I feel like we need to look at that dang old log.
Alright, mossy log it is. You walk up to the moss-covered log, and as you near it, you see that it is covered with fungi, bright green mushrooms. You are not sure if you have seen their kind before. The color almost seems phosphorescent, like they would glow even at night. Make a survival roll, DC 12.
Ooh.
If you succeed, go to funky fungi. If you fail, go to mungus fungus.
Mungus fungus.
Kind of want to go to
Mungus.
Mungus Fungus.
Man,
Sounds
mungus
cool,
fungus
eh?
sounds good. I like mungus fungus. That sounds like a good character name for a like circle of spores druid. Mungus fungus.
Mungus Fungus. How you doing? There's Mungus.
We just only do cowboy voices now, hey? Yeehaw! The name's Mungus Fungus.
It all devolves to the west.
I done got me some spores, I did. My name's Mungus, you see. What are we rolling? Survival?
Survival, yeah.
Mungus in the name and fungus is the game.
Alright, nice. We got a +2 in survival.
Oh yeah. We had
He's a
12.
survivor, but he only rolls a 4.
Oh my god, we're going to mungus fungus.
Mungus Fungus.
Let's go. All right.
That's the same page.
No, yeah, it's literally just above. Alright. Try as you might, you can't seem to recall whether this fungi is poisonous or not. You consider eating a small amount, but have heard stories of very dangerous mushrooms in these parts, and think better of it. Add the green fungi to your inventory if you wish, and then return to page 4. Tile page 4.
Yeah, we'll take the green fungus.
Yeah,
Yeah, we take the Mungus Fungus.
yeah, the mungus fungus. the most mungus of fungus.
I want to eat it.
Alright,
I reckon it's got to be something good, right?
yeah, for
Because
sure.
it didn't let us eat it. If it was bad,
No.
they would probably let us eat it.
Alright, when you reach a square adjoining the green marker, go to entry. Who knows what?
Who knows what?
Who knows what?
We did not make... Okay, hang on. Did you make an earlier trap check on this tile page? If you did, continue reading below. If you did not, go to entry. Oops.
Oh, oops, it was.
Okay, never mind.
Dr. Phil's like, he ran into that trap before. He's like, there wouldn't be any more. They'd only do one.
They didn't have a door on this one. Suddenly, as you walk, you feel the ground start to give way under your feet. Too late, you realize, and try to roll away, but the forest path drops under you. Go to entry. Ambush?
Question mark.
Suddenly, something gives way under your feet. You fall about 10 feet, landing heavily in a deep pit. It
Wins.
wins you. And I was like, it winds you? How? It wins you, and you get to your feet shakily, cursing your carelessness. Take 1d6 fall damage.
My dang old carelessness got me again. Oh no, we took 5 damage.
Oh boy, that's rough. Do
Okay,
you
let's
have
count it off, gang. 1, 2, 3,
Three,
4,
four.
5. Yay!
with the fucking with a count from Sesame Street now? Are we?
No, it's wrestling. We're counting it like wrestling, like
Okay.
slaps to the chest.
1 damage. 2 damage.
The dang old count, I like it. No, it's just Sabine. I'm just being Sabine. I can't do any voice other
Can't
than
escape.
that. That's a
Sabine.
mission one.
Okay. Where are we? Looking around, you decide that you had better get out of this pit trap as quickly as possible before whoever dug it returns. Do you have rope? If so, go to entry rope escape. We do have rope. It's in our explorer's pack. Do you know the spell jump? We do not. Are you a variant tiefling? Or do you have some other way of flying? I don't know how a tiefling... Oh, a tiefling with wings.
Variant.
Right, yeah. Otherwise, you could try carving steps in the dirt walls with your weapon. Go to entry dig escape. All right, what's the go here, boys? How is Phil getting out of this pit? What's some Phil wisdom?
Rope escape.
Rope escape?
Yeah.
You reckon rope escape? All right.
Yeah, he's a no-nonsense kind of guy, right? He's
Yeah,
not going to
yeah.
muck around with any goofy solutions. He'll pull the rope out when he needs to.
You fashion a lasso at the end of the rope and, eyeing up a low broken branch on a nearby tree, swing the rope, aiming for it. Make a dex check.
Ooh. Dex.
Uh-oh.
Don't wait till you're in a crisis to come up with a crisis plan. It's what I should have done here.
Oh, good roll here. We got a 17.
Oh, if you succeed, go to entry, climb out. Wonder what will happen.
I don't think we'll climb out.
Your lasso works a treat. It catches on the broken branch stump, and you quickly tighten it, testing the rope a couple of times. You brace your feet on the side of the pit and hand over hand, walk yourself up and out. Quickly, you gather up your rope, stow it in your pack, and continue down the path, back on the trail of the Death Knight. Return to tile page 4, and continue from the last direction. All right, I think we're good to go to the next thing now.
Yeah, let's go 7.
7.
Those
7 it
footprints.
is.
If we saw those footprints, we might have realized we could have gone around the green thing.
We didn't. Is what we did. All right.
Ooh.
Ooh. A river threads through this part of Weathercote Wood. Ahead, you see the path bends sharply to the right, and on the north side of the path sits a rock outcropping, on the front of which is the entrance to a cave. Peering inside from across the river, you see that it extends a long way. Exploring this cave is going to require you to cross a stream also. A busy torrent, about 15 feet wide, rushes from east to west, filling the forest with the sound of rushing water. Are we moving with stealth? We are not. We've already decided that. Checking for traps? We are not. We already decided that. When you're ready, move your token to approach and investigate the stream. In order to get to the cave, go to Cave Stream. When you reach the green dot, go to entry River Dwellers.
Okay. Can we just... the quick powwow. We've encountered 2 traps already so far. Do you think Dr. Phil learns his lesson after 2 trap encounters?
I don't
and
know.
he starts to look for traps?
Hang on. How many seasons of Dr. Phil are there?
There's a lot.
Exactly. Has he learned his lesson? No.
He's taught a lot of lessons, though, to be fair. I feel like some of his lessons might even be trap related.
God.
There might be an episode where someone's like, I keep falling into these pits. And he's like, well,
Are you digging the
do you
pits?
check for traps? And he's like, oh, no. He's like, well, you fall into 2 pits. 2 traps, they get you, you got to check.
There is 23 seasons of Dr. Phil, just so you know. And he's currently paid $95 million a year. Anyway, moving on.
He is the greatest trap of all time, by the sounds of things. He's trapped all that money into his bank account.
Sometimes the traps are in our minds, and we have to free ourselves from that to do other things.
I reckon let's trap. Let's trap,
alright,
gang. Can we trap?
Trap River.
Trump
Make
River.
a perception check to search for traps in this area. Oh, make a perception check to search for traps in this area. DC 12.
Okay.
Sound like a question.
Perception. We rolled an 11.
Cool. Looks fine. If you're unsuccessful, go to looks fine. As far as you can see, there is nothing here that looks suspicious. Return to 7 and continue.
Cool. Good.
Cool.
Cave stream.
Cool. Cave stream it is. Oh boy, that is a very different looking.
Oh.
That is a very different looking river than the map suggests.
Yeah, that's
Ooh, that's cool.
All right.
Cool river.
You peer into the black cave entrance that gapes at you from the other side of the river. The area around the entrance is interesting. It appears to be surrounded with discarded pottery and other detritus. Perhaps there was a settlement here once. Tribal societies once roamed this area freely in prehistory. Now the cave appears abandoned and its black mouth forbidding. The stream appears calm, but a glance at its depths tell you it is moving quite swiftly. It might take a bit of effort to cross. You may take this opportunity to refill your water skin if need be. I don't feel like we do. We haven't drank any water. That's silly. Are you a paladin? If so, go to entry Deep Current.
We are
got
a
a deep
paladin.
current.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything else? No.
We
Yeah.
drown. Because we're paladin in deep armor.
There is something about this river that causes your divine sense to tingle. You move forward and dip a hand into it. Feel the water in your palm. It caresses your skin gently, infusing you with sacred potency. This entire river, or at least this section of it, is holy water.
Ooh.
If you wish, you may empty out your water skin and replace the contents with holy water. You can still drink it as normal water, but the holy water may be useful against any undead you encounter. Hint, hint. Death Knight. Cool. All right. Well, I
This
vote.
water.
We now have some holy water.
This water is holy. Magically potent. Look how potent I am, everyone.
Potency.
Holy water skin.
Holy water.
Maybe
All right.
skin of holy water.
Yeah, that's probably better. All right. I think when you're ready, we can either return to the cave, return to the tile, or to enter, go to entry, cross threshold. We're entering that cave. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Cave? Let's go in the cave.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's for Detect Evil, I'm pretty sure.
Deep current. When you're ready, you may return to the previous entry cave stream and continue from there.
Yeah, that's to go back to the map. If you go down, no. Back to where you were.
Deep
Back-
current. If you wish, you may empty. Is there other?
Neck, yeah, scroll down.
But that's deep woods.
Right. I
Back
see
to
what you're
cave
saying.
stream. So we can
Yes.
try and cross the stream.
That's right.
Athletics
Yeah.
check to try and
Cool.
cross the stream. We could be swept away. I feel like
Oh.
Phil would be emboldened by that holy water.
Yeah.
I can cross a dang old stream.
DC 12 athletics check.
We got a plus
I
3
grew
to
up in
athletics.
athletics where people keep score.
We got a plus 3 to in athletics. Give it. We doing it? We trying to cross the stream?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Doing
go.
21.
Hell yeah.
Butterfly across the stream.
Let's do it.
The stream is deeper than it looks and reaches up to your chest at its deepest part. You lift your pack above your head to keep your provisions dry and keep your provisions dry and push forward, several times slipping on mossy rocks underfoot. But finally it gets shallower and soon you are through the worst. You dip your head down and drink deeply of the fresh, cold stream water. You feel reinvigorated from this short dip and quenching your thirst. Add 1 HP.
Thank God.
You plonk down on the opposite bank to catch your breath. You get your bearings as you look back to the shore you came from, and then slowly turn to look at the cave. Around the entrance are shards of broken pottery and other detritus. A wide cave mouth leads on into a long tunnel with a floor of fine, dusty sand. To go inside the cave, go to entry, enter cave.
Yeah, we'll go in the cave.
You cautiously step inside the cave entrance, feeling the cool, slightly stale air around you. Go to submap 1 after the tile pages in the map booklet, and then proceed to submap 1 entry in this booklet. We now have
Submap.
maps upon maps upon maps.
Oh man, look at this thing.
Oh my god.
Going through a tunnel.
Alright.
Cave tunnel.
Oh,
You enter the cave, moving slowly within. Your steps raise little puffs of fine dust as you proceed deeper within the rock. Ahead, you see that the tunnel bends to the right. Are we moving with stealth? No. Are we checking for traps?
Look, I think we tried once and it didn't work. So we'd be like, well, I
Really
guess
no
there's no
traps.
more traps.
Yeah, there's just no more. If you want to simply continue down the tunnel without checking for traps, go to entry. Move within. Cool. You move further within, down the silent passage, the sound of the river fading behind you. The passage turns to the right and continues for some way. Ahead, you can see it opens into a cavern. Go. That's a weird place to put a pause there. Go to submap 2 and follow the directions.
Yeah, the way it
okay,
says
that's fine.
continued across.
I know, just put the thing in there.
Just write
Just
that
put the
part.
map too.
Yeah, or do I just don't have anything there? Like, I would have just kept, I would have gone to the next part naturally.
Anyway.
The next word
right.
follows this other word. Make sure you look out for it.
This large cavern contains little except a large pile of bones and partially decomposed corpses in its center. You cover your mouth and nose. The smell is horrendous. Shaking your head, you move closer to the pile and see the skeletons of adults, children. What happened to these poor souls? Why did they die here? Were they not able to leave? Then you notice, scrawled on the wall of the cavern in some unknown substance, you shudder to think what? A single word. North.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What did we find?
Horror is what we found. You do a quick visual assessment and determine it is unlikely there are traps here. When you're ready, go to entry deep cave.
Okay. Well, that's very unsettling, what I've just seen.
Better keep moving.
Let's go further, shall we?
All right. You ponder the fate of these poor souls, whose bones lay in a pile in the middle of the floor. Why did they not leave? After reasoning it through, you decide that the only reason must be that they were trapped in here somehow. But by what? The river? What sort of end did they come to? Stuck here in this cave. You shake your head in disbelief and horror. To search the bone pile, make an investigation roll.
ooh.
If you would rather not, go to entry, leave cavern.
Goto entry.
Go to.
Goto entry.
Go to.
Nah, let's do
Let's
it.
search.
Go on, let's search
Another,
it.
another good character name. Goto
Goto.
entry. Yeah, we got to have a look, right?
DC 10 investigation.
Dr. Phil will have a look on what happened to these souls. Let's have a look.
Investigation, which we, I believe, have a +1 in.
Oh,
Hey, we rolled a nat 1.
Hell yeah. If unsuccessful, go to cave clues. You have a scavenger round. There were people here at one time, lots of people. You find rings, semi-precious jewelry, to the value of 10 gold pieces if you want to take it. And a few silver pieces here and there, 17 in total. You also find, disturbingly, a child's wooden toy soldier, but nothing of any real value. You may take a short rest here if you wish, regaining 1 hit die.
who would take a rest here? Like, all these corpses make a good bed.
All this ill-gotten gains from these corpses.
Oh,
Dr. Phil gets his always. He's wearing all the rings of all the bodies of the people. Like, what the hell? But he does take the rings, right? We're in agreement.
Yeah,
on
we'll
that.
take them.
Yeah, those rings are ours now. So we'll get 10. We get 10 gold pieces for that. Brings us up to 20 gold
And 17 silver.
and 17 silver.
fucking hell.
Everything's coming up, Phil.
Alright.
Phil always gets his money.
Mindful of the time, you leave the little alcove, moving quickly. You make to leave the abandoned mine. Status check. How many things did you do while in the alcove? Help feeling that... Oh, whoops, wrong spot. Did you do any 2 things from the following list? Check the scrolls for clues. Try to open the chest. Read the strange markings.
Did we do any of those things?
No. We didn't even get the option.
Turns out we suck, guys. They're all the choices we could have got if we rolled better.
Yeah. If you only did one thing, or if you did none of these things, then you return to the surface. Go to page 8.
Did we read the strange markings? Is that something we did?
No, because that was I think that was if our investigation check was good.
What happened? We just picked up all the rings and all the money.
They're fucked
We're
up.
like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, nice one, guys.
All right.
Came here, I got my money, I'm gone.
Straight
Alright.
up, this is the most accurate representation of Dr. Phil in history.
All right, now to tile page 8. We're at. Let me get the map.
Back to tile page 8. All right, there we are. The crossroads. There's 2 things here. God, why are there so many traps?
All
Keeps
right.
asking us to check for them, making me worried. We're already losing health. Oh, did we want to rest in that weird area though? Sorry, even though we had to go, like as if you would rest there. Did we want to get some
I
health
reckon
back?
so. Yeah, regain hit dice.
Yeah, do a hit die. Why not?
Spend a hit die. Have you guys noticed the Phil cam that's in the corner of the?
Yeah, I
the screen,
have.
by the way?
Yes.
He's in lots of different poses. It's really good. Like right now. See, look. Oh no, he died. No. We've got 2 hit die and they're D10s, and we only have 4. We're only down 4 hit points. Do you think it's worth it? We're 14,
Nah. Oh,
14
mate,
out of
oh.
18.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we only got 2 hit die. So
Didn't we
let's
didn't we
hold on.
lose 5 and then get 1 back?
Yeah, we went from 18 to 13. Then plus 1 is 14.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, we only have 4.
Yeah, sorry.
It's 5 minus 1, right? Derek, check my math for me. What's 5 minus 1?
I'm not good at math. Perfect. Dr. Phil Fate.
Okay, well, I guess we'll never know. What the answer is to that difficult math problem.
Tile page 8. It feels as if you have been in this wood for an age. Now the dim light of evening has fallen, and darkness creeps back under the boughs of Weathercoat Wood. You have reached a 4-way junction. You scout around and just off the path find several places that would be suitable for making camp. Your bones ache after a long day, and your stomach rumbles. Are we moving with stealth? No. Are we checking for traps? No. When you're ready, move your token through the map in the direction you desire. If you would like to investigate the hole in the ground to the south, go to entry south path. When you reach a tile with the green dot, go to entry likely camp.
All right.
Are we looking at the
there's
hole?
There's a hole in the ground, is what they said.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's enough. That's enough for me. I'll go
enough,
look.
Dr. Phil.
I'll go look in a hole. I don't mind looking in a hole.
Maybe someone in this hole needs some help.
All right,
Maybe there's
let's go.
a misguided soul out in this dang old hole over here. Needs a hand.
All right. Tucked back into the trees, you see a large, elongated hole in the ground. Like a gash, as if some huge beast has literally ripped the earth asunder. You edge forward and peer down. Who knows what lurks down there? A part of you is screaming to back away. But your adventuring self always wants to know what's around the next corner. Holes in the ground are your stock in trade. To lower yourself down into this black chasm, go to entry footholds. To ignore this and continue north, go to extra cautious.
Footholds.
Are we going in the black abyss?
There we go, back of this.
What is he doing? What?
Dr.
Would he
Phil
just
is-
climb down into a scary hole in the ground? So can we just shout out Breltron in the chat? Shout out to you, Breltron. They say sounds like math.
Yeah.
It's a new show that we can start. Sounds like math, where we do math problems. But do you think Dr. Phil would really do this? Would he really crawl down into this hole? Like, I want to do it. Obviously, I want to know what's in the hole. Like,
Vex, Beltron, what do you reckon?
yeah, should we climb in the hole? That's probably a good take here.
Yeah, there you go. Breltron said great idea. Sounds like a great idea.
Great idea. I assume they're talking about the maths show.
Look, I'll take it. I'll take it where I can get it. We're going in the hole.
Okay, let's go in the hole, gang. Let's do it.
Footholds.
Footholds.
Whoa! You do it, not me. I'll watch.
Fair enough.
All right. You carefully climb down. There is a drop about 15 feet or so, but you use several rocky crags to make the descent a bit easier. Reaching the bottom, you see a passage of sorts, more a kind of winding burrow, extending ahead. You begin to make your way slowly down it. Outside, it was nearing evening, and thus inside here it grows dark, but ahead you see a source of light. To head towards this light source, go to entry to the light. I thought that said toilet light when I glanced over it. To leave
down here.
To leave this place and climb back up to the surface, return to page 8. All right, we're going to
light.
we've already got it's toilet light. Say,
Peter, is that you?
It's a long one. All right. Slowly and deliberately, you edge forward, rounding a corner. It appears you're in an old mine of some sort. There is mining equipment here and there, but it is worn, rusted, unused for a long time. However, ahead, fire burns in a brazier, suggesting this place has been recently inhabited. The brazier throws warmth and light around the small cavern. You search further around the walls and find a small recess which contains a number of interesting items, very interesting items. There is a chest, securely locked, a small stack of scrolls and books, and a nondescript pile of all sorts of items, silver goblets scattered, semi-valuable jewelry, paintings lent against the wall. A quick leaf through the scrolls, searching for more information, reveals maps of the area, scrolled over with all sorts of markings, many of which you don't understand. Then it all clicks into place. You have stumbled on a thieves' den. You feel a sudden mix of elation at finding all this loot, and apprehension at being caught in here. All right. Are you a rogue? If so, go to entry, read can't. We are not. Well, thieves can't. Read can't. Well, yeah, anyway.
I like it as can't.
Read can't. Nah. Do
you one of them? You one of them readers, or you a read can't like me?
Do you?
Yeah, I'll read can't.
Do you book? You book can't. I don't do book.
You can't help but read it as like an essay.
I think we're a bit tired, guys.
What's this? You read can't.
Oh god, that's so dumb.
God. Anyway, all right. You could try opening the chest. Go to entry, open chest. You could continue going through the books and scrolls, seeing if you can find anything useful related to your quest. Go entry, search clues. Or you could quickly leave and return to the surface.
Let's go to search can't, I reckon.
Search.
Search can't. Going through the books and scrolls? Is that what we're thinking?
I reckon Phil will go through the books first.
Yeah.
The chest.
Yeah, fair. Alright. You've flicked through the pages of the books scattered there, and in one book you find a very pleasant surprise. The inside has been hollowed out, and inside is a small pouch. You open it, and it contains gems. You are no jeweler, but you recognize 3 pieces of jade, 2 large pearls, and 1 transparent deep blue gem, a blue spinel.
Ooh.
You know this is worth quite a lot. Quickly you pocket the gems, glancing around nervously. Fucking...
Why does he glance around nervous? God damn it, why is Dr. Phil a criminal in this way? Why does he keep finding jewels and gems and pocketing them like a scumbag?
Oh my god. Quickly you take out a pouch and gather a good amount. Wait, where am I going? Where did it take me? Hang on. Oh, no.
Oh, this guy, he's the real read cunt. This guy. Where do we go?
Wait, hang on.
So you go search clues, then you go over to the right of the
Oh,
page. up the
yeah,
top.
sorry. I just went back to a different section. This will come in handy if you ever get out of this godforsaken wood. There you go. The jade and pearls are worth 100 gold pieces.
Spinel.
Everything's coming up McGraw, baby.
McGraw.
How much gold do we get? 700?
Yeah, 700.
Oops.
Oh, wait, no. 500, 1,000.
What? Do we get 2
Yeah.
spinels or whatever?
No, 3 pieces of jade, 2 large pearls. Oh, the jade and pearls are worth 100 P. Yeah, no, 100 GP each.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's 1,000.
there's the GP. You're seeing the real Dr. Phil now. This is
Yeah.
off-camera Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil's 95 million from his TV show was his child's play money.
Yeah, behind the scenes, Dr. Phil
He's-
just wears like gems and diamonds, he has a million rings and medallions.
He's got a jeweler's eyepiece and that.
Big jewel encrusted staff that he holds, sits in a throne.
Pimp.
Alright. This will come in handy if you ever get out of this godforsaken wood. You pocket them quickly, your mind racing as you think of all the things you could buy with the money from these gems. To attempt to open the chest, go to open chest. To leave and head back to the surface to leave cave. Alright, now,
We have to open the chest.
how greedy is Dr. Phil?
Phil's got that
Apparently.
gold sickness right now. He needs as much as he can get.
Alright, open chest.
How many gems and gemstones and diamonds?
Now, the first thing it says, are you checking this chest for traps?
I think we may be boned here anyway.
So we check for traps.
But we don't have thieves' tools. Definitely not.
Okay.
I'm a
Alright,
paladin. You see, I wouldn't do any bad behavior like stealing gems and jewelry.
Alright, fine, let's leave the cave. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait, yeah, no, let's leave the cave.
Is the search clues the thing we've already done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tearfully
alright.
says goodbye to the chest that he knows he cannot open.
Puts a finger, against it. I will remember you. And then,
I will have your secrets.
Fine, keep your secrets. Alright. Mindful of time, you leave the little alcove moving quickly and make to leave the abandoned mine. How many things did you do while in the alcove?
Here we go.
Did you do any 2 things from the following list? Oh, check the scroll for clues. Sure. Oh, so we could have got here from the other... Okay. From the cave that we're in.
Yeah. Or maybe this is just like
We did check the scroll
the
for
generic
clues.
leave cave that it always takes you to.
Okay. And we did try to open the chest.
Yeah.
We did.
We did dilly dally.
If you did two of these things, go to entry dilly-dally.
We dillied and we dallied.
As you are moving back towards the entrance that leads back to the surface, you hear voices. Voices speaking common, laughing and conversing loudly. They are getting closer. There is a largish pile of boulders nearby. To hide behind these, go to entry, hide quick. To stand in the open and face whoever approaches, if they come down the hole, that is. Go to entry, not afraid. Oh,
We're not
Phil's not
afraid.
yeah, Dr. Phil's standing out there, isn't he?
Yeah. And on that actually might be a great cliffhanger to leave this off on to come back to in the next installment of Dungeons
that'd
and
be
Dr.
fun.
Phil.